Welcome to the Bay. All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a head-to-head battle for the mid-range 1440p gaming throne. In one corner, you've got the tried-and-true Radeon RX 7700 XT, and in the other, the brand-new challenger, the Radeon RX 9060 XT. This is going to be good.
So here's the big question for your next build. Do you stick with the established power of the RDNA 3 architecture, or do you bet on the shiny new efficiency of RDNA 4? It's a classic fight, so let's dive in and see who comes out on top.
All right, let's meet our contenders. In the red corner, we have the RX 7700 XT, the RDNA 3 veteran. It's been a solid performer for a while now. And in the other red corner, we have the RX 9060 XT, the RDNA 4 challenger, stepping into the ring as the new efficiency king.
Kicking things off, round 1, performance. We're going to see how these cards really stack up, looking at both raw horsepower in traditional games and how they handle those newer, more demanding workloads.
So when it comes to pure rasterization, traditional gaming, man, this race is incredibly close. I mean, look at these numbers at 1440p high settings. Across Cyberpunk, Warzone, Starfield, the 7700 XT sometimes edges it out, but we're talking a razor-thin margin. It's basically a photo finish.
And when you average all that raw performance out, the story is crystal clear. It's pretty much a tie. This just goes to show you that picking a winner isn't as simple as just chasing the highest frame rate. We gotta look deeper.
But, and this is a big but, the story totally changes when you throw in modern workloads like ray tracing. This is where the newer RDNA 4 architecture in the 9060 XT really gets to flex its muscles, giving you a solid 5 to 15% performance boost. For anyone who wants to turn on those beautiful ray trace shadows and reflections, this is a clear win for the newcomer.
Okay, round 2. Let's pop the hood and get into the nitty-gritty. The specs, the power draw, and the efficiency. This is the stuff that really matters when you're planning out your build and picking a power supply.
So let's break these specs down. The 9060 XT comes out swinging with 16 gigs of VRAM, which is great compared to the 77 XT's 12 gigs. But the real knockout punch here? Oh yeah, just look at the difference in that total board power.
The RX 7700 XT pulls a pretty hefty 245 watts. That's a decent chunk of power, and it means you'll want a beefier 700-watt power supply just to be safe. Now keep that number in your head.
Because now, check this out, the RX 9060 XT just sips power at only 160 watts. That is a massive 30 to 40% efficiency gain, all thanks to that new RDNA 4 architecture. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means less heat, quieter fans, and a much cheaper 450-watt power supply. That is a huge win for the challenger.
And that brings us right to round 3, the price fight. Let's be real, for most of us, this is the main event. Which card gives you more frames for your hard-earned cash?
The numbers on the sticker don't lie. The RX 7700 XT launched at an MSRP of $449. The new RX 9060 XT comes in at a much more aggressive $349. That's a full $100 difference right out of the gate.
And when we calculate that all-important metric for any smart builder, FPS per dollar, well, the winner is undeniable. The 9060 XT just gives you way more performance for every single dollar you spend. This is how you find the real value in the market.
So let's bring it all together for the final verdict. We're going to move past the general stuff and give you some real, actionable advice to help you chart the course for your specific build.
So, when does the old 7700 XT still make sense? Well, if you're a gamer who mostly plays traditional games without ray tracing, you're upgrading on a tight budget, and, this is key, you can find this card on a deep discount, say under $400, then yeah, it can still be a pretty capable option.
However, if you're a modern 1440p gamer and you actually want to use those cool ray tracing features, the choice is clear. The RX 9060 XT is the card for you. You get that better RT performance, a way more efficient platform, and you're set up to use all the new goodies like FSR4 and HyperRX.
And finally, for what's probably most of you out there, the balanced mid-range builder starting a completely new rig, our recommendation is, once again, the Radeon RX 9060 XT. You're investing in a newer architecture, you're getting incredible efficiency, and that extra VRAM, some nice future-proofing for the long haul. It's just the smarter play.
Of course, this is just scratching the surface. For the full breakdown with way more benchmarks, some really deep dives, and other hardware guides to help you navigate this stuff, make sure you visit us at bestgpusforgaming.com.
So there you have it, the established veteran versus the efficient new challenger.
Now that you've navigated the specs and the benchmarks, which GPU is the right dock for your rig? Let us know what you think. Keep it cool and keep building.